Changeover Day in Britain, a country rarely short on ceremony and tradition. Outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson met Queen Elizabeth II Tuesday to offer his resignation at her Scotland residence. The 96-year-old monarch is unable to travel to London because of health problems. Just a few hours later, Liz Truss made the same journey and was asked by the Queen to form a new government. She is the 15th Prime Minister to be appointed by Elizabeth. Truss flew back to London and gave a televised address.
We now face severe global headwinds caused by Russia's appalling war in Ukraine and the aftermath of COVID. United with our allies, we will stand up for freedom and democracy around the world.
Any political honeymoon will likely be short-lived.
90% of her time is going to have to be dealing with the here and now on the domestic agenda, with an economy in crisis, strikes, health service, huge energy bills, potential for social unrest.
Despite a promise to cut taxes, it's reported that Truss will spend up to $150 billion on freezing energy bills. She has pledged to boost defence spending to 3% of GDP, estimated to cost $180 billion. Meanwhile, she has pledged to continue giving military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine.
In Ukraine, we know her well. She was always on the enlightened side of European politics. I believe that together we will be able to do much more for the protection of our nations and to ensure the failure of Russia's destructive efforts.
As a government minister, Truss took a hawkish stance on China.
So China will be recognised under her premiership, she's indicated, as a threat to the UK.
Truss has also pledged to tear up a key Brexit agreement that Johnson signed with the European Union over Northern Ireland.
The worst case scenario is a full-blooded trade war can you imagine, between the 27 European nations and Britain. In every respect, that will be a disaster. It will add fuel onto the fire of an already pretty terrible UK economy.
President Biden congratulated Truss on Twitter, saying he looked forward to deepening the special relationship with Britain.
But the Americans, and particularly the Biden administration, are incredibly wary of having to choose between the Brits and the European Union. They regard it as a false choice.
Analysts say rarely has a new Prime Minister faced so many headwinds on taking office. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.